Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly. Got a good one for you today because we're going to cover a small business stimulus update. We're going to cover the latest on the EIDL targeted grant and get you some PPP news on the updates of the PPP program and getting you that loan. First things first, please take a second to like this video. Please hit the subscribe button, bell notification, share this with the whole world, okay? Not just your friends in college, but the universe. Okay? Anyways, let's get into it. The House of Representatives just passed a new stimulus package. This would be the third one. And this is going to get the average person a $1,400 stimulus check. Not $2,000, $1,400. You could get this check as early as March 22nd. Okay? That's the good news. The bad news is that they lowered the threshold of people that are going to get this. Okay? Now, it used to be $100,000 per person, $200,000 with combined income, and you would get the stimulus package. Now, they've lowered it to $75,000 for an individual, okay, based on your last tax return that you filed. You're not expected to file the 2020 tax return yet to be eligible for this, which is good news. But after $75,000 for an individual, it is going to taper down. Okay, and I won't bore you with the math on it, and you can go crazy and go, oh my God, I made $77,000. What does that mean for me? Don't waste the time, okay? Because it just trickles down to less money. There is a tremendous amount of money in this plan that doesn't go to you and I. There's more money for the targeted grants, which I'll talk about in a second, and there's more money for some restaurants, and the thing that infuriates me is that they're talking about small business money and it's going to the airlines. Okay? The airlines, what have they gotten? Over $40 billion already, and we're talking about giving them another $15 billion. This is just lunacy. Absolute lunacy. But small business, you know, I just don't consider an airline a small business in any way, shape, or form. They're giving a ton of money to your cities, to your states, and it's good if it's going to go to rent relief and things like that where people can use it. But as far as the small business money, that's pretty much it, is the $1,400 check that you will see. The money for the EIDL grant, and this is going to infuriate some people, there was such fraud last time with the EIDL grant program and loan program that they had to curb it, and they had to figure out a way to make it so that there wouldn't be less fraud. And the way that what they came up with was verification. Okay, now I hate, it's the only word I can use, the targeted EIDL program, because they're taking money and just giving it to the poorest communities. Now you can say, Dan, the poorest communities need it. No, the poorest communities have the high likelihood that people won't go into their establishments and use their businesses, where it should be spread around the country, in my opinion. Okay, so again, they changed it, but the targeted EIDL grant is a mess right now. Now, this is going to infuriate you because there are 6 people now that have reached out to me that have gotten the letter saying that they're eligible. And this is basically a laundry list. There are one person that could get $7,000, one person that could get $8,000, and the other 4 could get $9,000, and they don't want to fill out the paperwork. Okay, so I was infuriated. You should be infuriated. Think about this. What would you do for $9 grand right now? Okay, a lot of people, oh my God, I do a lot of things. How about verifying some things? How about showing that your business is who you say you are? Okay, verification of your bank account. Okay, again, simple things that we all have access to. If you guys, I read all the comments, okay? And again, do not respond to anybody that says they're me or any other YouTuber unless it's verified, unless it has the highlighted black comment. It is not that person. It is somebody impersonating that person, just like they've impersonated me. So do not respond to these people, okay? But I read all the comments. I try to respond to as many as I can. But man, it is crazy what people are going through right now and what they're not doing. Okay, and there are people out there that have been in business 5, 6 years, haven't filed a tax return. Okay, again, other than lunacy, I don't know another word to use, but if you have a business, you should have records. You should have a business bank account. Now, there are some people that maybe they're not that organized and they have it all put together in one account. Okay, not the smartest thing to do by any means, but if you are not filing a tax return on this, it's not a business, it's a hobby for you. Okay, so use, logic, get an accountant. And again, Dan, I use TurboTax and it's the greatest thing ever. It may be, okay? It may be. But get some advice. I'm not an accountant. I'm not an attorney. I'm not a CPA. I'm just a marketer, okay? Who happens to like and know business, okay? Ask these people and ask the experts. The EIDL grant program is a mess. This is designed as a targeted program to send the money out as slow as possible. And it's very effective because as of this date, and as of all the 50,000+ people we have, not one person's gotten the EIDL targeted grant yet that has gotten those letters. We've gotten probably 50, 60 letters now of people that said they've got that. Now, there's only 6 people that have said that they're not getting that money. So, okay, you're not going to fill it out. You don't want the effort for that. Okay, they're just not going to throw money at you right now. It's not going to happen. So you got to answer some questions. No one's gotten the money yet. So I don't know when they're going to get it. And when I asked the SBA, they said they didn't have a firm date on when that money will be sent out. The answer was, don't worry, Dan, it will be soon. What does soon mean? Okay, you still have, the first of the month just happened, rent and utilities and your employees and just the chirping bird in the nest, hungry mouths that you have to feed, and don't worry, it's going to happen soon. Imagine telling all your creditors, I'll pay you soon. It's a good answer, but don't worry, I'll do it. Now, the PPP loan. This is solid gold. If you are a business with 20 or fewer employees, and that could be you by yourself, one person, you can get a PPP loan right now based on your gross profit for your company, okay? Now, whether it's an LLC, you file a schedule, you have a Schedule C, you are a sole proprietor, whatever, look at the gross profit number, and that's what you go off of. This is not going to last forever. It's going to last for the next 10 days or so. The PPP money's got, $348 billion or whatever the heck it is, and it will run out just like it did last time where they said, oh, don't worry, it'll end, and it ended in August, okay? Again, the most popular question is, I didn't get it the second time. I didn't get it the first time, excuse me. I want to go now and get a PPP loan. Can I get 2 PPP loans? No. I asked this question of the SBA. If somebody did not get it in round 1 and they go now, are they entitled to 2 bites at the apple? Not anymore. You get 1. And you're supposed to have 1 PPP loan at a time, which doesn't make any sense to me either, because there's a lot of people that got a PPP loan and didn't get it forgiven. Okay? So you can get a second one and you can work on getting them both forgiven. But remember, if it's under $150,000, it's a 1-page document. And like my accountant said, it's incredibly easy, Dan. I'm doing this, I'm helping people, and you should have an expert like that working with you that can give you that advice. Okay? So again, I wouldn't attempt that on my own to save my life if I was going to get a PPP loan, but you can do whatever you'd like. Womply is one site that people have had a tremendous amount of success with. Now, the advantage to going to Womply is that they have, resources. And what Womply is it's an aggregator lender. Based on the information that you put in, they then in turn send you to different lenders, okay? Based on the size of your company, based on the number of employees, based on where you're located in the country. And then they use AI, and then they send you to the different lenders in their network. Okay? It's that simple. I get people that write me and says, oh my gosh, I filled out Womply and no, it's ABC Financial. Yeah, that's how it works. But Womply has this amazing checklist that I want you to take a look at. And this is everything you need for a PPP loan. And you need to be ready for this. So take a look at this. Here it is again. This is the document checklist from the Womply website. Now, you don't have to use Womply, but this thing is solid gold for the simple fact that it tells you every possible document that you would need to get your PPP loan. Just use this as a checklist. I don't care where you go. You shouldn't care where you go, but this is what they're going to ask you for. All your driver's license, your tax returns, your Form 941. Now, if you're self-employed, you don't have a Form 941. But just continue. Go down. All the applications right now for the next week and a half are going off the gross profit of your business. But look at everything that you need here. It's very, very simple. Use this as a checklist. It is very simple, and this will serve you regardless of which lender you choose. You will need these forms, and you should have them readily available. So when you apply, it'll take minutes instead of hours. What an amazing resource that is. And again, follow it. Spend 5 minutes, okay? What would you do for $9,000? What would you do for 40? What would you do for $50,000? Well, why not prepare? How about that? Okay, just get yourself ready. They're giving this money to gig workers. They're giving this money to consultants and sole proprietors, and people that work out of their house are getting PPP loans all the time right now. They're getting funded quickly, faster than the EIDL shenanigans, because they're going through banks and fintech companies and different places like that. Use whoever you want. The Womply link that we have is below. Okay, so if you want to use that, enjoy. Use Womply. PayPal's now doing it. Bluevine, all these other companies are doing this. And again, they're getting caught up. It's all based on the gross profit. Use whoever you want, but please apply for this thing, because what's going to happen is, if you see the trend with what they did with the latest stimulus package, there's a trend that's happening. And yeah, there may be extended unemployment, and they may or may not extend the PUA unemployment. So, they may keep it going. Okay, rumor is $400 a week. I've heard August, I've heard July, whatever. But whatever it is, guys, the trend is to give less money. So if you think that, oh, don't worry, man, I'm going to be able to live on this for the next 6 months, it's not going to happen, okay? So reach out with any questions. You've got the email. Join the email list below. I and my site and my channel is available for sponsorships and things like that if you'd like to reach out to us. The advantage to also sponsoring my channel is that I produce medical conferences with business owners and startups, and help people raise money. So we have a really good audience, and we had our last event where we had over 1,200 business people on that. So it's not just the channel, it goes far beyond, with a great email list and great marketing know-how and things like that. Thank you. I will be back very soon. I hope that this was remotely helpful for you guys. Reach out with any of your questions. But again, the targeted EIDL grant, if they send you that letter, they want you to jump through hoops, okay? You can get that money, okay? If I told you I'd give you $9,000 in 6 weeks, what would you do for $9,000 in 6 weeks? People are crazy that they haven't done this stuff yet. So, good luck. See you guys soon. Thank you for everything.